What's going on, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood FUD fighter, Michael T. Ragland, and we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're actually going to get started with this new series that I want to kind of call The Week in Crypto, and today is going to be about the week in Cardano NFTs. I know this is like my 500th NFT video, but things just keep happening in Cardano NFTs, and I want to do it a little bit differently, and I don't want to be alone. Like, it gets lonely sometimes doing these videos together. So I talked about my boy Dan, aka Frankincense, a little bit in my last one, but I may bring him in real quick, and we're actually going to jump in and tag team this one. Dan, I want to give you a chance to kind of introduce yourself to the FUD Fighters family.
Mate, thanks for having me on here. A few people might know me from your Discord and also from Bitmarks, which is my little side project for NFTs, which is pretty wild.
Chilling on my channel.
Bit of a plug. Thanks, bro. But no, it's been great being a part of your little Discord community and kind of seeing how that's growing. And it's good, man. The perspective that people in that community are giving me from these little NFT launches and stuff that's going wrong or stuff that's changing, I can't wait to dig in and kind of see what perspectives we can share with each other.
100%. I think what we're going to look at today, I really want to do this little new part of the show called kind of Around Crypto, and we're going to talk about the things that have been popping off in the following week. Dan, thanks for helping out a lot in that Discord. Like, I won't lie, I was afraid to like talk about it in my other videos because it feels like for a minute it was one of those places. You ever been to like a friend's party, but they were cool, but they didn't have a lot of friends, so it's like kind of their mom over like in the corner, like getting everybody hype and doing the Macarena and stuff, and it's like not a lot happening, so I didn't talk about it, but it is popping over there now. Like, Frankincense is over there holding it down when I'm not there. Later on in the video, we're actually going to shout out some of the most active members in the Discord. Like, it's a great place to be now because we're actually staying up and doing the drops. People are coming in, letting us know about drops that we didn't know about before. So the Discord is popping, so you guys are going to get tired of hearing me talk about join the Discord. I even know in the comments a lot of times you guys will be down there asking me a lot of questions. Like, it's cool, but you can probably get an answer from other people in the Discord as well. Then I can come in and be like, nah, you're wrong, or you're right, and just agree with them. And it'll just help me a lot as well with that, because hey, I'm just one dude with a couple of kids running around, so I can't be on everything with Discord, but as a community, we can grow together. So enough shilling of the Discord. These NFT drops have been going insane. Like, I've been throwing ADA around front, right, left, and center, emptying wallets, doing all kinds of stuff with it, because it's just been drop after drop after drop. And I want to talk about some of those things that happened during the drops. You guys probably already know what I'm leaning to based off my last video. With that being said, I think we'll jump over, and the first thing we're actually going to look at is the actual Cocoloco NFT and have a quick chat about that.
I remember I jumped in your Discord straight away, and at everyone, I was like, this is news, we've got to hear about it, because the Cocoloco have come out and pretty much said they're ditching the projects, and that's the sort of language I was using. Michael, how did you feel?
It was interesting. It took me a while because I think that was one of my like 2 hours of sleep nights. So I woke up and I'm just like, what's going on? And I read the tweet and I'm just like, it's an experiment, and the collection is just for fun, and it was nothing serious long term. And I'm just like, I mean, I appreciate Dan because he actually helped my last video take off by shouting me out, and I love the Cocoloco's project. So I was kind of torn. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on here. And it's one of those things where I know, was it some legal stuff that happened? Was it something that he can't talk about? Like, it just doesn't feel like he was able to give us the whole story that happened behind this drop. Like, it's just so many questions that I have. Like, the experiment side was interesting. I started thinking about the people who had actually spent like 20,000 ADA on the gold ones and stuff as well. And I think the one thing that I will say before I kick it back to Dan is, I think a lot of people are worried about like the value of Cocolocos dropping. That's something I don't worry about because I understand markets understand that they're built on scarcity. And what we'll talk about in a second is the community picking up, and we'll have a look at that. I think that value is going to stay the same. And I know if I was somebody who could afford to pay 20,000 ADA for a Cocoloco, I'd make sure that floor stayed and the ceiling stayed where I want it to be. So I think the value is going to be fine. And it may also end up being a little bit more rare as well. What were your thoughts on it, Dan?
I jumped straight over to the Discord for the Cocoloco. Man, there was some fire there, I tell you. A lot of people were saying they just want to flog them off. And that was it's a knee-jerk reaction. I get that. Everyone's worried, they're scared. They're worried that they won't have much of a community or, anything to keep it going from here. But yeah, as you talked about, there's another group that might be wanting to take on Cocolocos and build up that community. But I don't know, Michael. I think that I'm from a business perspective to kind of go, we're getting rid of it, we're stopping and not handing it off. To me, that doesn't sit well. And I think
here's the thing. Here's what I think, though. Like, I think from just seeing what I've learned about Dan in the short time I've been kind of following, I don't feel like he's really trying to build a business. Like, he likes the community and that side of it, but I don't think he really would, if we were to ask him, and maybe he's watching this video, we don't know, but I don't think he considers himself as a businessman. I think he's more somebody who loves ADA. He loves building communities. He loves actually putting out great technical analysis on YouTube. And maybe he's seen this thing sell and was like, hey, I really don't want to be a businessman. I don't want to do launches because it's kind of getting out of control, and he stepped back. Like, hey, feel free, Dan, if you're watching this, fill us in. Like, come on the show and we can talk about it a little bit more if you want, because I hate to speculate too much on what people were thinking. All I can really talk about is how the community felt and the sentiment that was happening around the community. And if we look at it, like, it was crazy. I've probably never seen this. A lot of people are like, you know what? Now it can actually be decentralized and we can own that project. And they started up their own Twitters and things like that. Like, Dan, do you have that one? Like their Twitter?
Yeah. There's some hope, Michael. There's some hope.
Yeah. And that's crazy growth as well. Because when I seen it the other day, it had like, 100, maybe right under 100 followers, and they're already pushing up as well. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think they're going to actually be able to like take the project and let the community own it?
I haven't jumped in their Discord yet, and I probably will at the end of this call, but there's a couple of people in the Discord, in your Discord, that were chatting about it, and it seems good, man. Like, I think we're seeing what community can do with, cryptocurrency and pushing prices, and Dogecoin, man, great example of community, but this isn't Doge 2.0, so don't worry about that.
I just got thinking about something. I'm sorry to jump in, but I just thought about something as well. Did you see when CNFT was like, hey, let's put our hand up, we'll actually manage a project? And I was just like, bruh, can you just get this servers back up again? Like,
you're talking about floor prices of Cocoloco. What's the floor price? Well, what's the floor price of anything at the moment?
I mean, it's just one of those things, man. I hadn't seen the floor prices change, but it's hard to know without CNFT being up and looking at analytics to understand what the sales are doing. All I can really look at is on the Discord. And from what I've seen on the Discord, and for what they're selling for, it still seems the same. It hadn't been too crazy. I think early on people got emotional and actually sold off a few. And that's when I'll give you one of my little dad tidbits there as well, guys. Let's trade or invest with bigger time horizons. Let's not get emotional about these things, because I wish I would have seen somebody making an emotional decision and selling like a gold Cocoloco for like a few $8. I would have snatched all of those up, because I know long term they're going to feel it, right? So for me, let's think on those longer time horizons we're making these decisions. So who knows, if we jump into Discord, we may be able to see some like bargains in there later.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing at some point, and maybe we'll go on the Discord and see what chat's going on there.
I think what really made Cocolocos work was like somebody like Dan behind it and having such a huge audience behind him to kind of power that engine. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with this. Like, we're giving it love. We're putting it up here on the channel. Like, best of luck to him. But I'm going to keep the ones that we were able to get. Like, I should probably change the title of my last video though to I didn't make $2,500, or maybe I made $2,500 TBD ... on it, but we'll definitely find out. That's pretty much all I had on Cocolocos. I think they're gonna be fine with it as well. I can't wait to see what Dan's next video is and what he has to address on it. Feel free to reach out and let us know what your thoughts are on that one, Dan. The other thing I wanted to talk about as well was jumping in and having a chat about some of the other projects that we went through. So the next project we're going to talk about is Cardano Kidz. And ooh, guys, you got me good. Like, I even put out a tweet as well that said it felt like I got kicked like straight in the nuts when this happened, because I'm sitting there, right? I got like 5 screens up. I look like I'm legit in the matrix. I'm ready. I got my like freaking auto refresh going. Like, I am ready to grab a full set of Cardano Kidz. I'm pumped. I'm with it. And man, why did you guys have to go in and actually send that tweet out? Because I have all my tweet notifications on my watch, on my phone and everything. And I look in and I'm just like, yo, the tweet comes out and they drop it right at 11:30 my time, right when the drop is happening. So I thought I was gonna get a wallet address or something, and I get this tweet. Like, I'll read it out so you can just see how I felt. It's like, we're deeply sorry, but due to the complexity of this drop and all the extra stuff you'll get, we've taken a hard decision to postpone for 24 hours. Same time tomorrow, folks. We promise. We have to get it 100% right. And they put gutted. I think they added that gutted. I didn't see that before. I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gutted. There as well, dude. But stayed up all night for that. Like, I just don't understand the technical aspect of it and why so many of these drops run into problems. Like, are they not anticipating the traffic, or what is it? Or is it to build hype? Like, the conspiracy theorists in me sometimes thinks like this is something they're using to actually build up hype for their next projects. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You watched Cocoloco when they grew. They grew like by 1,000 or 2,000 followers every single day that they delayed it. Like that's huge. When they started off with 6,000, they ended up on like 8,000 or 9,000. It's insane. The delay's worth it in their eyes.
And I'd be curious to find out. I wonder like how many followers. I mean, Cardano Kidz is already huge, so I don't think they probably would have seen much growth from a delay when it comes to those things. But hey, there may be a marketing strategy out there. Like, I'm gonna hate you for it, but
yeah.
Another thing with Cardano Kidz that drove a lot of people crazy is that they said they're going to do a 24-hour live mint and keep that wallet address up there on the website. But then they came out, I feel like it was exactly an hour and 15 minutes because we were talking and you're like, oh, they just tweeted this out. And I was like, well, they gave us like an hour and 15 minutes. So for me personally, I don't believe, I'm one of those people, like, I'm not a pessimist, but I always prepare for the worst. So I already was ready to buy up everything that I could as soon as it came out, because if they did something like this, I wouldn't be in the comments like you other guys just totally pissed off. Like, how could they do it? How could they remove like the address? They said they're gonna be a 24-hour mint. Like, you just don't know. Like, everything is so new in this space with NFTs and crypto. Like, you can't count on what they say. Like, don't get me wrong. They probably all have the best of intentions, but it seems like they really hadn't got a handle around how to deal with scaling and traffic and all those things. So word to the wise, even if a project says we're going to run the buy button or keep the address on the site for 24 hours, get in there and buy it up as if it was going to sell out within 10 seconds. You'll love yourself later. What were your thoughts on that one, Dan?
Yeah, like, and I agree with you. A lot of people are pretty annoyed in the comments. But the thing is, like, if you're that dedicated to a project, you're going to be there at the doorbell. You're there, you're mashing that button, you're ready to go. And I think that's what I think about. You've got to imagine, like you said, there could be technical difficulties. They might have too much, server traffic. They might go down. They might not be able to fix it to the next day. We've seen what happened with other previous delayed launches. Like, it can be 1-2 days. Cardano City was 5 days longer. Like, there are things that will be out of the developers and the people who make the projects control. So I'm not too upset by it. Of course, I was there ready to roll. But the other thing is, like, I messaged you the other day, Michael. I was like, hey, there's a drop at 7 a.m. I'm at work. Can you get on it for me? And there's going to be friends that are going to help you out. So I think NFT is about community as well. So think about who's around you that you can trust and that you can help out as well. So that's a big part for me.
Join the Discord. You'll find a lot of friends there. Other than that, I kind of want to go in and I want to talk about, like, I'm a bit worried about like season 7 of Cardano Kidz. It just felt like they were minting like heaps of them. We actually sat there and watched. If you guys don't know how to watch, I'll put a link down below where you can actually go to pool.pm, click on NFTs, and you can actually type in the project name and watch them mint in real time. So for all of you guys that were wondering, like, are they actually minting my NFTs, you can see it there in real time. So me and Dan and a few other friends were actually sitting there watching things mint, and I'm just like, yo, they're putting out like a lot of those rockets. There's a lot of like the big supporters. It's heaps of stuff coming out, and I'm just like, I fully believe in supplying demand and scarcity. So I could be wrong. Once again, cnfts.io, get your stuff together so we can understand what these ceiling and floor prices are for them, because right now everybody's on Discord just guessing. I love that they put that up. They should probably get rid of that. This is they come back up again, right? When it comes down to that, because we just don't know. But I just think they may have made these a little bit more common than the other ones, so I don't know where the prices are going to go. What I will say though, I do hold some from season 6. If you have some from season 1 through 6, hold those, because what I'm thinking, those prices should go up because they're a lot more scarce than the season 7. And there wasn't a lot of them that I was really digging. Like season 6, I love Diamond Hands, I love the He-Man, I love the Winnie the Pooh. With this one, like I'm really digging that F Banks one because that's how I feel. Like you guys have seen, like matter of fact, there's a link to join Celsius down below. Hook that one up and you can jump in, and you can jump in on the train for this whole F Banks movement because I'm all about that. You've seen my other videos. Like if you click right up here, you'll see a video about DeFi and understanding that, where we can talk about things around the banks. But Dan, did you have like any favorites from season 7?
Yeah. This is curious. A little bit of ghost chain action here. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
That's cool. But I'm a fan of the bull. Yeah. Bit of bull action, that's what we need at the moment. But it was interesting. I saw someone tweet out the other day that apparently they had minted, and I think it's probably BS, but they had minted a bull and bear side by side in one. I'm not sure if you saw that tweet, but
it is. It's there.
Fake on.
No, people have it.
Yeah.
They have it. I've seen a couple people post up and said that they actually got that in their wallet. So that's like probably one of their ultra rare tokens with it side by side. And I didn't see a lot of those. I didn't see any of those being minted live. So that's probably going to be the most valuable one out of this. So if you're selling one of those, I'll give you 50 ADA for it. Just hit me up. I'll paste my address down below.
What about a shout out? A shout out and 50 ADA.
Yeah, shout out. I'll give you a shout out and 50 ADA. And elite status on the Discord. Hook me up with like a side-by-side bull and bear. And we have this other drop that's been crazy mysterious. Like you guys probably seen it, about a couple weeks ago now, right? That came up that was like Cardano City, and it's just like this mysterious picture, and it actually had a Cardano Kidz poster like on the corner on the website, and we've been kind of hanging out waiting on that to drop. And then on the 31st they sent us this tweet here about moving everything back. But please, in the comments or in the Discord, let me know if you guys know anything else about this, because it's hard for me to get like dedicated to something and stay up, because there's rumors that the drop is going to be like in 4 hours our time here, but I'm not staying up for it because I hadn't heard anything else. Like if we go and look at their mentions on Twitter, there's not a lot of stuff happening there as well. In the mentions, they're super cryptic about what they're doing. It could end up being huge. I may wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I should have stayed up to get whatever Cardano City is, but I just can't get around it until I understand what it's all about. Like he's pulling up like right now the latest mentions, and it's really nothing. Like people 43 minutes ago. Shout out to Desmond.
Yeah, look at this.
Shout out.
Anybody with any news on Cardano City project? He's thinking what we are. Like, there's been nothing.
There's not a lot of things happening in the mentions for Cardano City, because I wanted to talk about it more. Like the artwork is super dope. Like, I guess I can understand a delay for something like this, because at this scale with like this crazy huge artwork in these immersive worlds, and it ended up maybe being a game, maybe the delay makes sense. What do you think?
If we go into a big project, surely you've got a team that kind of goes, this is what we're doing, this is what we're trying to do, and you can speak to your devs and go, hey, can we do this? Like that's just my thought straight away. Like, so what's the gap? What are we missing to then push it back by 5 days? I think maybe you're right. Maybe something is getting gamified. Maybe they're missing a little piece of the puzzle and they need another person to come in and work a few more hours on. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens.
Just give me a thought. Yeah. What if they're waiting for smart contracts? What if they feel like we can't build this thing with like the duct tape situation that we have right now with everything else? I mean, they're getting close. If they keep pushing, they're gonna roll right into it. But I don't know if that's gonna fix the answer, because you got to build it on smart contracts before you release it. So it should already be done. I guess there's really not much we can say about it if it's not actually a thing, and not a lot of information about it out right now.
Any Easter eggs? Anything in there?
Yeah, so that one has all the Cardano kids back there. I see Cardano Live, which is a super dope show that's all about Cardano, that's connected to the ecosystem. Any other Easter eggs in there at all?
What's with Thanos' hands? I don't watch.
Yeah, they got that's the infant. You don't watch Avengers?
Nah, sorry, dude. Sorry, I'm gonna cop some hate, aren't I?
Can you guys in the comments tell him like what happened at Avengers? Just so you know, spoiler alert. I won't say it because he hadn't watched it yet, but I'm sure in the comments you guys will know what I was about to say for somebody who hadn't watched Avengers. Anyway, go on in.
This is some hibiki wine. No, what am I saying? Whiskey?
Yeah, that's interesting. But that But that gauntlet there is the infinity gauntlet there. So that when you have all the infinity stones, you can snap and make half of the world disappear. So that could be an illusion to the world. I'm spitballing. There could be an illusion to like the worlds that they're building and the immersive gameplay. I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. The last project I actually want to look at was Crypto Doggies. Like we talked about all the projects and like the kind of stalled launches and things like that. So Crypto Doggies, I've been hanging around for like a couple of drops with them. Been super smooth every time. Like shout out to Josh over in their Discord. I've had a couple of questions around rarity and those things. He's been super responsive, would help me out with that. And if you guys don't know, they're actually going to have their drop on September the 8th at 4 p.m. GMT. Can you find that tweet for me just to make sure that I'm giving good information? I think it's at the top, the last tweet they did. There it is.
We got on there, yeah.
Yeah, so we've had 2 successful drops with 0 lag. So look, they're thinking the same thing I was thinking, no lag.
Ooh, flexing.
I know they're flexing on them. Matter of fact, can you give me the number to your developer? I may have some jobs for him. There as well. So September the 8th, 4 p.m. GMT. And dude, I'm just like a huge dog lover. I've always had dogs there as well. I have a cool little cavoodle now named Alfie that's probably somewhere sleeping on my pillow right now. But so this project really resonated with me, and they have cool stuff and they've been able to stay up as well. So I just wanted to shout them out in here. It's not really much to talk about besides when their drop is happening, and their Twitter's hilarious as well. Like they jump in and do some crazy dope memes there as well. I love that they actually put in here about updating your nodes as well to 1.2.0. I don't know what that means, but if anybody's watching this and they're actually running Cardano nodes, it looks like that's what's gonna get ready for smart contracts. So I'm super excited. I'll be doing more videos around smart contracts and some of the movement around that when we get to it. I said at the beginning of the video, we're going to shout out some of our Discord members. We may jump in there right now and kind of highlight some people that have been crushing it in the Discord. And if you want to join the Discord, just click the link down below, or it'll be the top comment that you'll see there. But if we have a look, like I said, man, it's stuff happening in the Discord. H. Chris is in there. I know he's been crushing it. Up Rich from 300. I've already upgraded. Cracker Smacker has been in there, absolutely killing it as well. Essence America has been crushing it there. Like, it's tons of people. I think we had somebody earlier today that was in there killing it. Shout out to Webbs as well, that's been in there dropping knowledge on us. There was Butaragi L23. Guys, I'm gonna butcher these names. Like, if you want to put the phonetics in the comments, let me know. But however you pronounce that, Butaragi, blah, 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 like, shout out to you. You don't know this. I'm actually gonna upgrade your status in the Discord next time I'm in there to kind of give you a little bit more access to some things. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but the next time you log in after this video comes out, you're gonna see some secret access in there, guys. These are the type of things we do in our Discord. But I think with crypto and NFTs, it's all about that community. Like, I don't want to be the person driving everything. Like, I want to encourage you guys to jump in and have chats. Like, you guys may have some knowledge about some other stuff. I think earlier it was one of the guys in there that put me on to like baby apes and some of the other drops that I just couldn't get around. Somebody was talking about crypto dinos. Like, it's always good stuff popping off in the Discord as well. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out for this. Let me know in the comments down below how you thought about this new format and kind of me and Dan hanging out and going through and tag teaming and talking about what happened in the crypto space for the week. If you hate Dan, let him know. He loves like negative feedback. He fuels on it there as well, guys. But thanks for watching the video. Be sure to check out this playlist next if you want to see more about Cardano NFTs. I promise I'm not turning into a Cardano NFT channel. I don't think.